Did you ever feel stuck? Stuck in your job, relationship, or any situation? I got a message from someone on Instagram, and she was talking about, she gave me all her, she told me what's going on for her. She works in a job that she doesn't like, and she was saying that every morning she wakes up already sad, very upset, very dragging for the day. That's the way she starts. Her job is very stressful. Her coworkers are very kind of mean to her, very rude. Her boss is very rude. That's what she was saying in the message. All the things she was saying. And let me tell you, before I tell you what happened to her, because I gave her some guidance, and then she sent me a message few weeks later, and I'm going to tell you what happened. But let me tell you this story. When I was 21, 22, 23, around 23, I was working as an assistant for a big company, for an accountant. We had 800 employees, and I was her assistant. I was a very hard worker. I was working in that place for 5 years already. I had a lot of knowledge. So I was her assistant, even though I was very young. 800 employees. So every month, the first, it was the payment, for the employees. The second and the third, it was the day lots of people used to come to her office to complain about missing hours, the payment was wrong, and all the things, right? Sick days and all the things. And I was the one to get all the information, make notes, and then give to my boss. She never had meetings with those people. I was the one, and it was very, very stressful. So I remember I was getting a lot of stress, a lot of anger from those people, even though it wasn't my fault. But I was the person representing the company and the boss, the accountant. I was getting so much hate and so much, even cursing and all the things. It was so stressful, especially when you're very young, because it's hard to, you don't have all the experience yet how to deal with those emotions. And I was getting a lot of stress. I was getting stomach ache. I was getting an allergy on my body, really, really bad allergy on my stomach, on my skin. So I went to 5 doctors, 5 different dermatologists, and they gave me different treatments. Nothing worked. So finally I went to a holistic doctor, and she gave me a holistic, very natural soap. She gave me creams to apply on my skin. So all the things natural. Very fancy, very expensive. I was making good money already as 23 years old, but also spending a lot of money. Medication for my stomach, special special food, special diet for my stomach, because I was having some kind of gastritis. I think that's the word in English, and I was always sick, and no matter what I eat, I was like eating papaya, baby food, and all the things. So anyway, I was every other week going to this holistic pharmacy to get my fancy soap, fancy cream for my body, very extremely expensive. Very proud of my allergy already, because I remember that time I had something to already talk about. Did did I tell you about my skin condition? I have a special skin problem. I use a special fancy soap, all the things. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. So one day I went to pick up my fancy soap, and a lady that works there, I was doing that for a few months already. She she was behind the counter, and she did like this, like very like whispering, and she said, I am not supposed to tell you this, but what you have is from the stress, because I already heard about your job, what you do, and all the stress you have. And I look at her and I was like, no, I have a skin problem that no doctor can find what it is. So it's kind of fancy. I was thinking, I did not say that. And she said, no, it's from stress. So few days later, I had a really stressful day. And the next day, my allergy got even worse, super bad, extremely bad. And that day I woke up and I was thinking about that lady. I said, maybe she's right. Maybe it is stress. So I spoke with my boss and she was like, oh, Elaine, no, this is something you have from maybe your family or whatever. She got very upset actually when I told her. And I asked her to give me a Friday and Monday off so I could have the weekend off, a longer weekend. And I did. I had the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. I went to the beach with my friends. Remember, I was 23. I had so much fun. Totally forgot about my job, forgot about my stress, forgot about my fancy soap. I not even used the fancy soap. I was like having so much fun. And I got a suntan, all that. Even with my allergy, I forgot about it. So Tuesday, my skin was almost 100% back to normal. Wednesday, it started getting red. Thursday, extremely red and itchy. By Friday, I was like, yes, that lady is right. What I have is from stress. And I did something very stupid, but kind of good at the time, of course, young and stupid things. And I did not work on myself and the work, and I didn't know, I didn't have the knowledge. I quit my job. I was living with my mom. The money was to pay for my fancy soap, even though, excuse me, I was helping my mom, my siblings. I am the oldest, you know, with the food and all the things. And I quit my job. I took a month off, and one day I was talking with a friend of mine. I look at her, I haven't seen her for a while. She look amazing. Her hair, she has those beautiful Brazilian curly, crazy like hair, beautiful, beautiful skin. Her nails looks amazing. I was like, what the heck? What's going on? And she said, I am working a wellness spa. So I do facials. And I was like, what? And you get free, she gets free. She changed, right? Exchange with her coworkers, facials, hair, nails, and all the things, body treatments, all the things. And I was like, I want to do that. I want to work in a place like that because sounds very amazing. And I did. I went to the wellness spa now where she works. She was working. I went to another one. And it was the best decision. Yes, I was making less money. Yes, from an accountant assistant title, I was a facialist. Actually, when I started there, I was doing nails first, then facials. In that wellness spa, we had everything you could imagine: body treatments, hair treatments, all kinds of hair, stylists, facials, nails, Reiki, holistic healing, energy, all the things. And most of the clients, when they go to those places, it's because they're having something amazing happening in their lives. They're getting married, they're like a proms, birthday parties, engagements. So every time you have those clients, it's all happy, a lot of happiness, a lot of, you know, exchanging amazing vibe. It was amazing. I was like so happy, and I did work, and I still actually I have a place here in Miami, a day spa, a holistic wellness place, and I love it. It was the best decision ever. But my point is the emotional part. We get sick most of the times because we suppress our emotions. We don't know how to deal with those emotions. That's what happened to me at that time, but I learned an amazing lesson that stress can cause my allergy. I never had allergies anymore. And working this wellness spa, I had co-workers doing Reiki. Reiki is energy healing. I do also. I am a Reiki master for 30 years already. That was 32 years ago when I changed to that job. And I learned so much about myself, my clients, and this is what I want to bring you guys. So going back to this lady, she was saying that she was stuck in a job that she hates. She wakes up very sad, and she was getting sick. She was having problems in her body. She was having, every time she was eating, she was getting sick. She was getting stomach problems, and she went to doctors. Everything is fine with her body. So I asked her a question. Do you have anything to be that you like about your job? Give me 3 things. She says none. None. Capital letters. I say, oh, you work there for free? I asked her. She said, no, of course they pay me. Okay, so that's number 1. So they pay you to work there. Give me another thing that you like about your job. Well, I have a really good health insurance. I say, yeah, that's amazing. Give me another one. I only work 6 hours per day, and I have Fridays off. And I say, okay, that's enough. You have 3 things to be grateful. So this is what I recommend you. Every morning when you wake up and all the sadness, all the upset about your coworkers, your boss, you're going to make a list, get a paper, and you're going to write out 3 times those 3 things. I am very grateful because I get paid. I am very grateful because I have health insurance. And I am very grateful because I only work 6 hours per day and I have Fridays off. That's it. You're going to do this for 30 days. And another thing about your boss, every day you're going to do a Ho'oponopono for her. You're going to say her name. Let's pretend it's Natalie. Natalie, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And you're gonna do this for few times per day, maybe in your lunch break. You don't need to do in the morning. And then at night, you're going to repeat the 3 things that you're very grateful for your job. And after 30 days, come back here to my DM and let me know what happened. Guys, 20 days later, 20, she sent me a message saying, you have no idea what happened. My boss called me in her office and I was very worried, and she said, you are a great professional, amazing professional, and there is a position, a work position in another location, and I recommend you. The pay is double. Everything is ready. You just need to do an interview with the person that's supposed to be your manager to see if he agrees, if it's a good match with him. And she did. She did the interview. She loved the office, the new location. She loved her new boss, and she got paid double. She said, "Wow, Elaine, thank you so much." I was very happy for her because this is what happened, guys. Everything starts here, inside of us. We want our boss to change. We want our coworkers to change. We want our husband, wife to change. But nothing changes if we don't change. If we don't start working with ourselves, our emotions, being grateful, change the pattern of being sad and then waking up upset already about everything that's happening, and start looking for good things. I will make videos about how I healed from my gastritis, which was really bad until I was already here in the United States, so maybe 20 years ago. How I did it, I'll make another video about that. How can you feel better, have more energy? So I'll make a video about that. And this is what I want to tell you guys. If you want to get unstuck, excuse me, find 3 things that you're grateful for where you already are, so you can change for the new thing. And if you like this, please subscribe, leave me a like, a comment. Bye guys, thank you.